Hey, welcome back. So let's do some sorting, and you need to do a git checkout. If you want to write the code, do a git checkout of version 0301. If you want to just look at the code, just do a 02. That'll be the next commit that I'm doing. So I've added these two buttons right here, and it could just as well have been a table where you had some kind of headers up here, but the idea is the same. I just added two buttons here so I can actually click to sort on a title here. And you'll notice the arrow is going back and forth here. And the other one is so that I can actually sort on a lecturer back and forth. So it's kind of giving you the same view here because there's not that much difference right now. But just to give you an idea, just to show you how it would work. Let's go to the code and actually see what happened. This time I'm touching both the controller and the HTML. So let's start out by looking at the HTML. What I've done is I've pretty much start out by adding the code here from line 22. Now in here, I've gone in and I've said, let's get another form group and let's get two buttons in here. And that's very basic. That's how we got the two new raised buttons that I have here. The one called on title and the one called on lecturer. So that's easy to add. What else did I do? Well, in the button, I explained that the button should be a primary button and it should be raised. Angular material takes care of this for me now to make it look pretty. The other thing I did is I made an ng click to actually, when I click the button, I should hit some kind of function called sort, and I added title in there. And this just means that when I'm clicking the sort on title button, send in the information of title. I'll show you the sort function in a second. What else did I do? Well, just to show this arrow up, arrow down, and to show you how to use ng class, this is how you actually do it. I say show something if you're actually working with the property called title right now. So when I'm pressing the sort title, click, then this should actually show this small icon right here. And when I'm clicking the lecture one, now it's actually sorting on lecturer instead, so now it should show on the lecture one, okay? So let's go back, and if you look at the lecturer, this guy says, only show sort on lecturer, only show if that's actually the lecturer who is selected in the sort right now. What else did I do? Well, the ng class is a way for us to actually say, show this inside the class, make it an FA arrow down if it's reverse, if we have the property reverse set as true, or else make it an actual arrow up if the reverse is set to false. So where are all these properties? These are of course coming from our scope. So let's go into the syllabus controller to just have a look at those. Here we have the property one, sort on. Let me just also add the reverse just to show you. So it's actually going to start out just being false. Now it's in here so you can use it. And that's where I'm getting the properties. Prop sort on, prop reverse. If you look in here again, I have the prop sort on right here. What property to sort on? If that's title, then show it. If it's a lecturer, then show it. Okay, so that's how we show these two different icons. And the ng class, that's reverse. So if it's true, then show the arrow down. If it's false, then show the arrow up. So that's pretty much how you control this. And the ng class one is pretty awesome if you want to change what's actually being presented inside the class. So let's just have a look at this. Let's just inspect the button here, just to show you what actually happens when I click it. Right now the button has ng button, and inside there is a span right now. The I is right here. That's why we see it. So let me just try and click it, and you'll see this one actually change from up to down. Click. Boink. There we go, so now it's down. And that's how you control a class inside ng, and I just want to show you that. So now we can sort it up and down for both of the buttons. At least we have a way to set these properties right here. But what does the sort function actually do? Let's have a look at it. If we look at the sort function, it's right here on the scope. It just sends in a key name and sets that key name to whatever I want to sort on. Is it title? Is it lecturer? And then I do a reverse. So I just flip them around. So instead of being up, it's going to be down. Or if it's down, it's going to be up, right? So that's all I'm doing. So that was kind of setting up the data up here. So that's just for changing the buttons. But how do I actually change the list? Let's have a look at that. It's very, very simple because you can add all the filters you want to. So what I've done is I've just added another pipe here saying whenever you want to order, that's how you do this. You say, I want to do an order by, and this is the property I want to order. I could just have written title here. Then it would also always have been the title. But I want to make it more dynamic, and that's why I added the prop to sort on, right? That means that now it's dynamic. I can put anything in here. I can say I want to sort on title, lecturer, date, creation date, whatever I want down here. And then the last one is the direction I want to sort in. So it can either be true or false. True is one direction, false is the other direction. Okay, and that's all I have to do. I'm done. So that's how I made now it capable of actually sorting depending on what direction I want to sort in. And that's pretty awesome, I think. I just made it break. There we go. So now you guys can also do sorting.